It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. Capital One Arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards taking on the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic begin the game with the basketball. To Gordon. Fournier. And the nice finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Wall with it up top. They trail by 2. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Augustine with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Fournier. To Vucevic. Fires the 3. DJ Augustine is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 86% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one's no good. One more coming. Into the front court. It's Wall. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Wall into the front court. His team up by 1. Nothing going here on that drive. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Bradley Beal, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Gordon to Vucevic. Fournier to Aaron Gordon. Kicks it outside. 5 to shoot for Orlando. Jonathan Isaac, and knocks it down.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Nothing going here on that drive. From the outside, no good. Wizards have the rebound. Fournier matched up with Beal. Has a chance. Not that time.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
To Fournier. Trying to cash in. The jumper's off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Short jumper off the mark. Bradley Beal. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Here's a chance from long range. His first effort off the mark. He'll let one fly from half court. So we are through one here at Capital One Arena with the Wizards out in front. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
In the front court, it's Augustine. Down just a couple. Isaac to Vucevic. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Wall. Screen coming. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Beal. Nothing going here on that drive. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Magic own the possession. Augustine up against John Wall.
Ice. Sit down, I'm here.
Take stock of the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Isaac to Gordon. Fournier matched up with Beal. Not that time. Into the front court comes Wall. Up by 3. To Beal. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Has a look. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Fournier.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Fournier rising for the slam.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Wizards have it. Wall to Beal. Has a chance. Bradley Beal. 4 out of 7.
When the ball was in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Augustine with it up top. Down 3. To Vucevic. Fournier. Can't connect from in close. Wall across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Beal. Reset here. Let's see what they do. And he'll go to the foul line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Bradley Beal, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line.
To the line for 2.
Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. To Aaron Gordon. Slam dunk for Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Wall with it up top. Under a minute to go before halftime. Nothing going here on that drive. There it is, John Wall. He's 2 for 2 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Into the front court, it's Wall. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Gordon. Works it. Jonathan Isaac. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want it.
It goes down.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
4-2.
Late heave to beat the buzzer from beyond half court. Gets it to go from long distance. A fitting capper to the end of the first half. First half in the books. Wizards have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. The Wizards are in a tight battle after 2 quarters, and they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards. The Magic have kept it close after 1 half. And you can't help but point out the number of times they dunked the basketball. This will be a totally different game if every slam was worth 3 points. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Field goals.
For each of these squads, the common theme has been a disciplined approach on offense. That's the reason why you're seeing a nice field goal percentage on both sides of the ball. Smart shot selection is a key part of that fact.
Player of the half.
Bradley Beal did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Nikola Vucevic lost his shot and still hasn't found it. If I was a teammate, I'd be doing my best to remind him he's still got 2 more quarters to change things around. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that happen. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Wizards at the controls. To Beal. The shot, almost. The follow won't go either.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt, and that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Augustine with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Fournier up against Beal. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Gordon. That's rebounded by the Wizards. Wall into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Beal. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Beal. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Isaac with the board. In the front court, it's Augustine. Trailing by 4. Jumper's good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's Washington with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Wall. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Isaac to Aaron Gordon. Nikola Vucevic. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Screen coming. Wall. Short jumper won't fall. Oh, and a putback.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Orlando ball. Augustine against the former #1 pick. To Fournier. Screen coming. Fine to shoot. Has a look. Evan Fournier. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Beal. Good. Off a spin.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Fournier up against Mahinmi. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Knocks it down off the step back. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. And this one's all tied up. It's Magic basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in the position to win this ballgame.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Jonathan Isaac at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 76% from the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Into the front court comes Wall. His guys now trailing by a point.
Big pick right there.
Rebounded by Orlando. To Gordon. Fournier. Aaron Gordon matched up with Mahinmi. Fournier to Aaron Gordon. Here comes the screen. Gordon. No good. First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Washington basketball. Surveys the floor. The drive right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
The screen sets him up for 2.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Wall across the timeline. Down 4. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
To Wall.
Pick. Shots up. Rebound.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Augustine against the 5-time All-Star. Reset here. Let's see what they do. To Fournier. Gordon. Slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Wall with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Beal. Here comes the screen. Beal. Great dish. Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Magic have it. To Fournier. Screen coming. Fournier up against Beal. Has a chance. Evan Fournier. With that, he's 5 for 9.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Wall to Beal. Screen coming. Beal. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Here comes the screen. Goes to the right side. That pass stolen by the Wizards.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Coach of the Magic will use a timeout. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie and overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Aaron Gordon up against John Wall. Trying to cash in. Not that time. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
The Wizards are the winners as they win a close one by 2. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Wizards finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. For these guys, it wasn't enough to just keep possessions alive with offensive rebounds. They were determined to include some points, and they were rewarded for their effort. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Washington Wizards. The Magic just couldn't close this one out. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Bradley Beal gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in. Of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.